Meek Mill has finally spoken out, revealing how he was wronged, and it seems like he's had enough. He opened up about allegedly being entangled in some serious accusations, which have caused a lot of drama. The situation heated up when Meek's name was pulled into a lawsuit involving Diddy, where Diddy faced disturbing allegations, including drugging and sexual abuse. Meek was reportedly caught up in the middle of it, and the whole ordeal has been building up over time, leading him to finally break his silence. The tension between them has been brewing for a while, but this lawsuit really pushed things over the edge. Now, Meek is making it clear that he feels betrayed and set up, and he's not staying quiet anymore. The fallout from these allegations is messy, and it's starting to reveal cracks in relationships that were once thought to be solid. This might just be the beginning of more truths coming out, as Meek seems ready to let it all out.
And he woke up feeling like something had happened to him during the night. I can't say the word on YouTube, but people know what I'm talking about. And he also alleged that Meek Mill and Diddy had a relationship, a sexual relationship. I wanted to see if you had read any of this, or if you had any reaction to people actually coming out now and saying that Diddy does stuff with men that's not just the Cassies and the escorts and whatnot.
Well, yeah. You know, I love y'all when y'all act like this on YouTube, like y'all haven't been hearing Reggie Wright speak on this stuff. I told y'all, I said, real soon, it's gonna start coming out about men, because Puffy is not paying for male escorts, ordering up male escorts if he's not doing it for his enjoyment. You only order up female escorts and other females if you get down like that. You don't be ordering up no male unless you want that male with you. So for all of y'all that's acting shocked and surprised, I said somebody's gonna come out and expose him real soon. And of course, that's what's happening. It's unfortunate that stuff like that happened to people. I know y'all believe in that Illuminati stuff. I don't believe in Illuminati. I'm gonna tell y'all up front. And y'all say now because the powers in the be is not protecting Puffy is the reason that these people are coming out and suing them. No, that ain't why. Because now, once you pay out people, and that's why when he paid out that judgment, the next day I told him that was bad. Because when attorneys would take on cases and say, hey, this dude paying out this quick, he'll pay us $1 million right quick, or $300,000, whatever, if he wants stuff to go away. And you know, I'm sure those insurance companies that he has that mainly y'all don't know is the one that be paying those things out. I try to educate y'all on is usually your company insurance companies that pay them out and make the decisions when you have the business insurance or the businesses, you have the different type of insurance that make you pay out the things. Because by the time you have all the different lawyers and stuff involved, it's just as quick to settle a case. So that's unfortunately is what's happening to Puffy. Everybody's gonna come out of the woodworks suing him. I'm not trying to say that he don't deserve any of these lawsuits. I don't believe about Meek Mills. I'm a Meek Mill fan. I don't know what happened. I noticed when he talked about it though, Meek Mills didn't deny it. Like I said, I don't want to believe that that is true, but I'm one of those like y'all. When people don't say you motherfucking crazy, I ain't never did no like that. Then it's usually some smoke with that fire. And so I'm not up here saying Meek Mills was involved in that thing. I'm not saying Usher. Yeah, you know. Or Justin Bieber and all of them. Puffy gonna turn out to be our modern day. Oh, y'all about to get mad. He gonna be our modern day Michael Jackson is what Puffy turning out to be, in my opinion. That's my opinion only. I know black folks get mad when we say Michael was doing that stuff, but I believe Michael doing things with little boys as well. That was my opinion. Y'all asked me how I know. I know an alleged victim that was around us. He's a very, very good friend with Ray J today. But anyway, man, it's hard for me to say whether this stuff is true or not. I'm not going to get up there and start debating it, but
that's not even the whole story. Meek also spoke about some close calls, including a serious car accident that almost claimed his life. What really grabbed attention, though, was Meek hinting that this might not have been a simple accident. With all the tension between him and Diddy, people online started connecting the dots, suggesting that Diddy's alleged threats and shady behavior could be linked to the incident. Meek hasn't been shy about sharing his thoughts either, taking to social media to air out his frustrations and suspicions, making the situation even more intense.
Telling y'all, Puffy been giving y'all all the signs that he's trying to come out of the closet. Hope he finally come out of the closet. It's obvious in 2024, we don't care. Society don't care no more. They done TV shows and all of that done brainwashed us to say it. Half of y'all, well, maybe 10% of y'all in the comment section take, and hey, that's just the era we live in. I have a problem with gay. Y'all say, well, why you care what a man doing and all that? Because that's one of the main reasons that God flooded the world and set the world on fire and did all the stuff that he did, because he was mad when he found out that men were down here having sex with animals and having sex with other men and stuff like that. That was the one thing that pissed off God. Y'all read your Bible, y'all learn. I know there's more to it than what I just explained, but that was the gist of what happened. So that's why I have a problem with homosexuality. But I know in 2024, I'm from an old school, where in the 80s and the 90s, people that were doing that were hiding it. And now y'all out with it. So, hey, that's on y'all. But my point is to saying that is, Puff needed just to come on out with it. Because those lawsuits and stuff is going to keep people blackmailing him and threatening him, and they're trying to expose him with these things because they think that he's scared of these things coming out. And once you don't give a fuck and tell them, I don't care. Do what y'all gotta do. These were adults, these weren't kids. Everybody that did something like that wanted it. It ain't too much that's going to be happening. The next thing that's going to be happening, and after this, is now you're going to start seeing some criminal investigations getting opened. And because when you get too much of this smoke, law enforcement generally gets involved. So that'll be the next thing that will be happening to Puffy, unfortunately, for his sake. Y'all know I'm one that believes if you ain't getting psychological help, getting some type of help, and you're a victim, you gotta come right away with me and tell it. Then you're a victim to me. But when you're talking about it and you haven't been getting some type of psychological help, and then you 10, 15 years later want to come talk about it, y'all better not ever have me on no jury for no like that. Because I'm gonna be like, get the fuck out of here. Why didn't you bring it up when you happened? That's what's supposed to happen to victims and victims to me. If the stuff come out immediately, not years later, not when you finally find an attorney to take the case because they find this open season and they seeing that you opening up the checkbook and stuff like that. And so that's what's happening to y'all boy Puff, P. Diddy, Brother Love and all of that. But don't act like y'all just starting to hear it. Because I've been telling y'all, the brother is a homosexual. And he's fighting it, trying to hide it, and he needed to just come clean. Yeah. He'll be good. Y'all remember when I told y'all that deal on that last video? All of y'all need to apologize in the comment section too. When I told y'all that his deal wasn't, he still had that deal with Ciroc. And when I talked about it, everybody was like, oh, they already did away with him. And I told y'all, it ain't true. You can't just take stuff from him. Well, then y'all just see the article a couple of months later where they settled with him and they made a deal with him. I'll be trying to tell y'all stuff, but I love how y'all go listen to other motherfuckers on YouTube and all you YouTube attorneys. But when y'all want to hear stuff, know stuff, get it right, y'all know what to call. Bomb first. You get it first. That's why we bomb on.
Meek's not holding back. He's calling out anyone trying to tarnish his name and is ready to hit back with full force. He's making it clear that he won't let these allegations go without a fight and isn't afraid to name industry bigwigs who, in his eyes, are trying to take him down. He's all about keeping it real, standing firm, and pushing back against what he's calling a full-on smear campaign. Meek's not backing down anytime soon.
A lot of people love my opinion. That's why you bring me on here. And I really appreciate that, brother. I just want to say this before we get started, Art, is that, you know, a lot of people think I came here to bring a black man down. And that's what I hear in the comments a whole lot. But it was nothing like that. You know, a black man didn't cuss a dead man's mother out. A black man didn't set his friends up and put them in a situation where they couldn't come home to their families no more. A black man didn't reach back and help the people that helped them make it up the ladder. It was Puffy. You know what I'm saying? I got tired of Puffy going on different platforms talking about how he loved the people that we was all with, how he loved the people that helped him, when in fact, none of that stuff was true. So my whole thing about it is, man, I appreciate your platform for letting me, you know, voice my opinion. And like I said, opinions like an asshole. Some of these cats out here get paid for their asshole. I get paid to give my opinion.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I mean, yeah, you just on here giving your opinion, man. I mean, you was one of the people that was real close to the situation, so why not?
Thank you, I appreciate that.
So with that being said, right, the last interview me and you did was a day after the raid. And when you look at everything now, man, how you feel about everything? It's been like a week, you know, you knowing Diddy, you being around Diddy. Could you ever imagine that his houses would get raided for sex trafficking?
Bruh, you can't imagine no stuff like that. You understand? You can't think that, because back then, he wasn't Brother Love. He was Puffy. All the way up until he became Diddy. So his behavior over the years has changed. And the behavior that he shows now, and that he has shown by being Brother Love, I couldn't imagine that the police would be raiding him for sex trafficking? Nah, bruh. I couldn't imagine that. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't him back then. He's a totally different person that he became. If you've seen him on other platforms, you know, inviting men to party with him, inviting men to go shopping with him. You understand? That wasn't Puffy. That wasn't Diddy. That was Brother Love and Love.
How you feel about all the people that's wondering why haven't any of Diddy big name friends came out to defend him?
Because either two things that I believe. Either they know some of the stuff is true, either they took part in some of the stuff that happened, or they scared that it may mess up their brand. See, nobody wants to be in contact with anybody that allegedly was sex trafficking. You see what the WWF did to Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon was one of those people that was called for sex trafficking. We don't hear a lot about it because he gave up the company, he did what he was supposed to do, and he became Ghost.
Meek Mill has been laying it all out there, revealing some hard truths about his past experiences with Diddy. He's speaking up about feeling manipulated and betrayed by someone he once looked up to as a mentor. Meek didn't hold back, sharing how Diddy put him in difficult situations that left him feeling used and disrespected. It's clear that Meek is no longer willing to stay silent about what went down, and he's making sure everyone knows how deep the betrayal runs.
But now, you see, they trying to do the same thing to Puffy. They trying to make him or hip-hop the face of sex trafficking like they was going to do to WWF at one time. Because that was a big story. So a lot of his people that know him, a lot of the people that been in those parties and seen probably some unscrupulous shit that went down and was like, ooh, I was there. I hope they don't got me on tape. They feeling a certain way. So they're not gonna speak on nothing until they've been approached with something. You gotta realize when Homeland Security get their evidence together, they're gonna send agents out. You understand? They might send an agent out to me. Yo, what do you know? What have you heard? What have you seen? What's been going on? You know what I'm saying? You know, did this happen when you was around him? Did this happen back in the day? That's what they're gonna wanna know. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna send investigators out. They're gonna send people out for anybody that they can get some information from to help their case. So those celebrities ain't gonna say nothing. You know, you got your man Stevie J speaking on it right now. He'll be one of the first dudes that they'll probably pull to the side and say, yo, well, you say that your man, I heard you on TMZ said that he never did this and he never did that, but ain't this you? If those pictures or those films or anything like that exists, you know what I'm saying? That's what they pay those agents to do. So, of course, I don't believe that none of the people who are his celebrity friends is going to speak or say nothing until they're either contacted or they know what they really got.
So you feel like they might be worried that they might be on tape at one of Diddy parties doing something they wasn't supposed to be doing?
I think that the celebrities that may be worried is because what Lil Rod said. Lil Rod said in his affidavit that Diddy had every room taped and bugged. Diddy had, yo, bro, can you imagine? He had every room taped and bugged, and they found little bugs and little tape recorders. I mean, little those micro projectors or whatever like that, or video cameras. They found them in the house, bro. So by them having those things in the house, and people know there's drugs, there's alcohol, there's loose women, there's loose men, woman on woman, man on man, all kind of crazy shit. Bruh, they just wondering who or when they're gonna let this stuff be known. If it's on videotape.
Yeah, man, I know they gotta be shook, man, after finding out he was recording everything.
But not only celebrities, I don't think it's only celebrities gonna be shook. He had politicians in there. He had princes in there. He also had a couple of preachers in there. Hallelujah.
Meek also opened up about the emotional toll the whole ordeal took on him. He admitted that he needed help to get through the mess Diddy dragged him into, hinting at feeling isolated and targeted, especially as he tried to survive in the toxic music industry. It wasn't just the legal and physical challenges. Meek is now talking about the emotional and mental scars he's been carrying. He's shedding light on the psychological struggles that came with the betrayal and how deeply it affected him.
Well, I want to get into this real quick, man, before we really even get started into this. And it's because something I seen today. This girl, Tiffany Red, she said that she was filing a claim against Diddy. But my man, it touched me crazy, man, because the hurt that I seen in her voice, in her she crying, man, and she worrying about what this dude could do to her and what he has done to her. Man, listen here, I want to let this young lady know, and I know this is not the place for it, brother, but please allow me to say this to her, man. You know what I'm saying? I started this battle long time ago, and the situation is that, bruh, we already won. This was some spiritual shit that Pop, the spirit of Pop, the spirit of Big, the spirit of Miss Jones, the spirit of Wolf, all the people that he has done wrong, you know, so Black, all the people that he has done wrong, bruh, is coming to light. We already won this shit spiritual. What we going through right now with these trials and everybody, you know, with this financial situation and everything like that, all that is superficial. That's the physical part of it. The spiritual part of it was won because Big, Pac, Wolf Mother, all the people that he did wrong, bruh, you understand? They already won the battle where we were supposed to win it at. So now we just going through the physical part of it, man. And I want that girl to know, man, that she ain't gotta fear no man. She ain't gotta fear him, nobody else, man. Whenever she needs, you understand? Whenever she needs somebody to travel, to go with her, to make sure she all right, you know, I'm a phone call away, man. I'm a phone call away. And you know, go ahead with your questioning, man. I just had to get that out, man, because that girl touched a lot of people, man, because all she wanted to do was write music, make music, and show her talent and her love to the people, man. And then she got to feel this way, be fearful and scared of her life and stuff like that. Ma, I ain't scared of no man. You understand? I ain't scared of no man. Nobody that got to put their pants on the same way I do. Not at all.
And for the people that don't know who Tiffany Red is, that's Cassie's best friend.
That's one of Cassie's friends. She was writing a lot of music, and she said that she was writing music for her friends to get raped to. Oh my God, man, come on, man. Start with your interview. I'm sorry about that, brother, man. That's just, it's crazy to me, man. Man, you know, leopard don't change his spots, and Diddy been doing this for a real long time, bro. He been doing this for a long time. And now another artist, this artist didn't wait 10 years. You know what I'm saying? He didn't wait 20 years. You understand? He waited a year or two after he stopped working with him and saw he didn't get what he was supposed to get. And he said, yo, listen here, man. I'm putting in my claims right now because I'm gonna show everybody what really happened, what really went down. It's crazy. When I was reading it, I read the whole thing. Shout out to Keisha in Kansas City. She sent me the whole documentation, bro, and you know, the whole court thing. And when I'm reading the stuff, you know, it sound a lot of it sound familiar. You understand? And what I mean sound familiar, how he would get other girls and get girls to try to, you know, convince this guy, you know, or put him in a sexual situation with other girls so he could do whatever he wanted to do with them. And it's just like the situation somewhat with Sarah and her girlfriend and him and Ja. You know what I'm saying? Bringing girls on to try to convince this other guy to be in a room with another naked man and all this other bullshit. Yo, it all sound familiar, man. I read the whole thing, man, and it was crazy.
And for the people that don't know what you're talking about, because the lawsuit is new, so, you know, some people still catching up with it. Lil Rod, he alleges that, you know, Young Miami cousin tried to have sex with him in front of Diddy.
Yeah, he went into the bathroom, and then she came into the bathroom and tried to, throw herself on him. He didn't want to have nothing to do with her for whatever reason. And then when he came out the bathroom, she continued to try to do that and try to have sex wanted him to have sex in front of Diddy and the rest of the people that was in there. You know, that's how they do, man. They try to use a girl that you might like, or you may think you might like, or they think you might like her, or whatever, to convince you to lay down your guards with them. And he didn't.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. And you're not surprised by none of this, because you said that Ja Rule, they did this to him, right?
No, remember, and people got it confused when I said that Ja and him was in the room with two girls, with Sarah and Sarah's girlfriend. You understand? He was trying to get Ja to go at Jay-Z. So what he did was try to get another girl, you understand, to do something with Ja. I guess, I don't know, they in the room together. So when they, in that thing, I know what he was planning on doing because I heard the conversation. I knew what was going on. He was trying to get at Ja, so if he had got Ja in any kind of uncompromising position, he could force Ja to go at Jay-Z. So that's just a thing that they use. Lil Rod, he get him in a sexual position and a sexual situation with some kind of girl, and then maybe get him high, get him drunk, or whatever like that. He don't know what he's doing. One of the guys step in, and now he doing Lil Rod. Now Lil Rod all messed up in the mind because he started off with a girl, but now he end up with a guy. He trying to put him in some kind of situation like that. They do that all the time in the industry.
So Diddy got a history of doing that. One thing I did see in this lawsuit, Lil Rod, he alleges that, Diddy's son Justin was...
Out of the 7 lawsuits filed, 2 or 3 accuse Meek Mill of engaging in some troubling behavior around Diddy. What's even more shocking is that there's now a new lawsuit on top of everything else.
The boy that could do it, if anybody. Him or either Quincy. You understand? Justin is a pretty boy. You understand? He look young. He around that age, what he about 25, 26 years old? So I don't know about underage, but it's a possibility, because those girls 16, 15 years old, they gonna like that light skin, that curly hair, you understand? Man, listen here, we got girls that's what you call them, video vixens, and I ain't gonna mention no names because I don't wanna hear it. They say they was sneaking into parties at 15 and 16 years old. So why you think 15 and 16-year-olds ain't sneaking in the Diddy party? So Lil Rod, if he having conversations with him, he may say, yo, how old are you, or something like that. Somebody say, I'm like 16, I'm 15. Somebody had to tell him their age for him to know. Who you came here with? I came here with Justin. So what did that say?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. And looking at this lawsuit, right, Lil Rod, he alleges that, Diddy promised him a Grammy if he participated in homosexual activity.
I read that, man. You understand? And what kind of power do you have when you can promise somebody a Grammy award? Who are you doing something with, or who do you know that can promise? Beyonce did Beyonce get a Grammy for anything? Did she get a Grammy for an album or anything like that? Has she got a Grammy? She got Grammys before, right?
Yeah, she got Grammys, but she never got one for Album of the Year, though.
Right. So if she never got a Grammy for Album of the Year, and Diddy could promise a producer, if he's in a homosexual act, that he could give him a Grammy, what kind of power, who he doing, or what he know that he could get that done? That's some kind of spooky shit, bruh. No disrespect. That's real spooky. If he could promise somebody. And good thing the kid didn't believe him, because if the kid would have believed him, he might have got his booty hole tore up. So my whole thing about it is, listen here, man. He has to have some real power, but he showed us his power. Remember at the BET Awards? Remember when they was trying to go to commercial? And he said, nah, we not go. Whoever done that, bruh? Whoever stopped the people from going to commercial? Nobody ever did that but Diddy, bruh. So he had some kind of power at one time. We don't know if he still got that power, but at the BET Awards, when they wanted to go to commercial, he did not allow them to go to commercial. So evidently, he knows somebody, or he doing somebody, or somebody doing him, allegedly.
You talking about when he was giving that speech at the BET Awards for the Lifetime Achievement Award?
When he gave his speech, he just kept going, bro. He just kept going and wouldn't stop. And he said, it don't matter how much it costs. We're gonna keep going. And they wouldn't even go to commercial. That's never happened before, bro. Never.
And me looking at this lawsuit, he also alleges that Diddy forced him to watch a video of Stevie J having sex with a man.
Who, Little Stevie? Huh? Who, Stevie? What Johnson used to call him, Stevie? Yo, I read that, man. I don't know if you know this, but then maybe they have a tape that we didn't see because the pictures was a little vague. There was an exotic worker came out and said that was him and not Stevie J. But in order for them to put that in there, they must have clearly thought it was Stevie J or think it's Stevie J. But you got to get this, Art. Check this out. He knew that this kid admired Stevie J and loved the work Stevie J had done in the industry in the past. This kid looked up to Stevie J.